Imagine waking up to find your favorite cryptocurrency not just making waves, but causing a tidal wave in the market. Today, XRP isn't just moving, it's soaring to new heights. But there's a catch. While XRP is climbing, many investors are still in the dark about what's driving the surge. Are you missing out on the next big crypto revolution? In this video, we're diving deep into XRP's latest developments, breaking down the events, the implications, and how you can navigate this exciting yet volatile market. We'll explore the groundbreaking news behind XRP's price surge, regulatory updates that could change the game, technological advancements in the XRP ledger, what major financial players are talking and doing with XRP, and predictions for XRP's future trajectory. Time is ticking and XRP might not wait for you to catch up. Whether you're holding, thinking about buying, or just curious, understanding these developments now could be crucial for your investment strategy. Stay tuned till the end because I've got an exclusive bonus for you, a special insight from an XRP insider on what the next big move might be. Don't miss out. Let's jump into the world of XRP together. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Ryan Huggins, and on this channel, we talk about crypto every single day. We filter out all the noise in the crypto world and bring it to you in a condensed manner. So if you're looking for your crypto shortcut, don't forget to subscribe today. And if you're feeling bullish and you're feeling blessed about this current bull run, let me know by commenting 777 down below. We will also be jumping over here to X to find out what all the breaking news is in the crypto world. But first, let's take a look at CoinMarketCap and see what the crypto world is doing for us today. Crypto market cap currently sitting at $3.18 trillion. It is down 2.53%. Crypto volume right now, $219 billion worth of volume. Fear and greed index is starting to tick back with this current pullback in the market. We're currently sitting at 80 and tracking previous records for the fear and greed index. We see here yesterday it was at 80 as well, but last week it got all the way up to 83. Taking a stop over here at XRP, currently sitting in the 6th spot. We've got a $78 billion market cap, still trying to outpace and beat BNB at the number 5 spot, currently at $88 billion. And when we sort this by 24-hour volume, we can see XRP still cranking it out in the 6th spot at $9 billion volume. First major headline over here on X.com comes from Ripple directly. Hear from Carlos Domingo, CEO and co-founder of Securities, when he was at Ripple Swell just a couple of weeks ago, as he highlights tokenized treasury's role in reshaping finance. Securities is bringing the world on-chain, registering ownership rights on blockchain to unlock real-world assets for institutions and investors. The tokenized future is now.
I'm Carlos Domingo. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Securities. So I started the company in late 2017. Now that was like kind of the first wave of excitement about tokenization. Crypto was very small when I started the company. It was like a 20 billion industry. Now it's a 2 trillion industry. So when blockchain started, I just felt like this should be the same technology layer should be applied to regulated instruments to make them easier to transact, easier to trade, and easier to purchase. So here at Swell, we just had a panel focused on tokenization. What are the kind of asset classes that we think are going to be likely to be tokenized next? Today, treasuries obviously is the largest category. We've been having a relationship with Ripple for many years, so it's great to see how the company has expanded their vision from the initial work they were doing in cross-border payments into many other areas, including tokenization. So we're very excited about a lot of the discussions and potential partnerships that we're discussing with Ripple.
Securities is the leading platform for expanding investor access to exclusive market alternative assets from private equity to private credit and more. Securities and Ripple have indeed formed a partnership, and here's the overview of their collaboration. Ripple, through its investment arm Xspring, invested in Securities back in 2019, and the investment was part of Securities' Series A funding round, aimed at expanding its capabilities in tokenizing the securities industry. The collaboration aims at advancing the tokenization of assets, which could significantly impact how private securities and other assets are traded, offering benefits like increased liquidity and easier transferability of ownership through blockchain technology. Both companies have publicly acknowledged their partnership with Ripple, highlighting Securities' role in reshaping finance through tokenized treasuries at events like Ripple Swell in 2024, like we just saw in the video. Moreover, they're noted actively on social media platforms discussing their partnership and implications in the financial sector. And this partnership underscores a broader trend where traditional financial instruments meet blockchain technology, aiming to enhance efficiency, accessibility, and liquidity in trading securities. And this is important because yesterday we talked about the partnership with Archax, which was tokenizing their money market fund on XRP Ledger. And Archax partnership also increases XRP's utility, but establishes a viable platform for tokenizing tokenizing assets. The tokenization of 16 trillion in assets by 2030, as projected, underscores the potential for significant growth and utility in the financial sector. So the more that these partnerships start rolling out and start to actually be implemented, where they're actually tokenizing their assets on the XRP ledger, is a huge benefit for us as early XRP holders. As more and more of these available XRP tokens are swiped off the market, that then increases the market cap for XRP, which then increases the price, which as early XRP adopters, we really want to see continue to pump to the upside. And to continue with this trend, a developing story right now, as we can see here, Bali Taxure has accepted XRP as a means for payment for real estate purchases in Bali. So for those of you guys that are wanting to go out there and invest in properties in Bali, obviously an extreme vacation destination, even some people are wanting to go and transport their lives over there. We're seeing more adoption for XRP for real payment solutions. I also saw this really great post from Mr. Intuitive. XRP holders are microscopic to the global population. And as you can see here on his key, people who have heard of crypto is this little box of orange right here in the corner. Then we drop down to the purple box, which is even smaller. Those are people who own crypto at this time. Then we head down to this smaller green section right here, just these 3 dots in this quadrant. Those are people who own XRP. Then we take a look at the really bright green dot right here, people who own more than 25,000 XRP. So as we talk about on this channel all the time, you are early to crypto considering the global population hasn't even heard of it, let alone have actually purchased some crypto, let alone own XRP, let alone own over 25,000 XRP. And if you've been involved with XRP long enough, you know that XRP or Ripple and all of the banks, they don't even want normal retail investors to hold any XRP. We were just smart and we got in early. And take a look at this. Breaking Ripple lead confirms working with 40 to 50 central banks globally.
I think we have come a long way since the initial days of Bitcoin and blockchain, where the narrative back then was down with banks, down with central banks, down with governments. The philosophy then, initial days, was very anarchist, so to say. I think Ripple actually took a very contrarian view and actually said, no, we will be working with central banks, regulators, and banks to make sure that our solution is widely adopted. And which is why I'm actually employed by Ripple, because so we actually work very closely with about 40, 50 central banks across the globe, including Bank of Thailand. So Ripple has taken that approach of collaboration and education, as Vansa mentioned. I think apart from education, collaboration is also extremely key, especially in the world where technology keeps outpacing regulations. So one day we're talking about AI and blockchain, the other day we are talking about self-driving cars and drones, and the third day we're talking about quantum computing and its impact on blockchain. So, I mean, I don't envy a regulator's job at all. I think the key here is collaboration. So, as Vansa mentioned, I think the regulatory sandbox is a very interesting concept. I think we need to laud BOT's efforts in terms of how they have actually used it for the industry's best interest. Ripple was actually a participant in that sandbox, and we benefited along with our partners greatly out of it. I think one suggestion could be if BOT could take that expertise and experience and take a leadership role in expanding that Thailand regulatory sandbox into a, let's say, a regional sandbox, because given the nature of cross-border payments, it is borderless, right? So if there is a way where that sandbox would be expanded so that more and more players from the region could take part in it and benefit out of it. I think one example could be the UKFCA recently launched a consultation paper, and they are trying to come up with this international sandbox. And potentially that, if that goes well, that's a very ambitious project, but that would also be one element of it. But I think collaboration education is extremely key. Also, if there is a way, especially in terms of some of the more consumer-facing technology, if there is a way where they can include or encourage public participation or public submission of thoughts, that would also be great. One example that comes to mind is how the Indian regulator took public
and when it comes to reducing the supply of XRP, that's also important as far as helping the price go up. So take a look at this. With an XRP burn rate of only 0.01% and transaction volume of $1 trillion, 1 billion XRP could be easily burnt. At current rates, the crypto space does 1 trillion in transactions. At the mention of 0.01% rate, 1 billion would be burnt every 4 days. If Ripple catches the stablecoin market alone, it would be doing over $1 trillion every 9 days. And we know that they're going to be releasing the RLUSD once it gets regulated. So in other words, XRP supply would be down to less than 1 billion in less than 3 years. And in some other super major, huge news for the crypto world, and don't forget, we do have the bonus for you at the end of this video. Just announced today, this happened literally just a few hours ago, but this week's federal court ruling striking down the SEC's dealer rule and Treasury sanction on Tornado Cash share a theme, and that is regulators don't make law, they enforce it as written. If regulators want more power, only Congress, accountable to the people, can grant that. And in the comment section just below there, we can see here, so the case is about to get dropped, right? And she also posted a video here. It seems like the Ripple SEC case is about to get dropped. Today on Fox Business, Charles Gasparino, he asked, are they going to drop the Ripple versus SEC, you think?
We're going to have that growth rate and get us out of our debt problem.
That's a great point. There is a huge case in front of the federal courts right now brought by the SEC. It's the Ripple XRP case that Ripple violated essentially securities laws by issuing XRP. It's deemed part of that issuance was deemed a security, part of it wasn't. SEC is appealing.
Yes.
There's a Trump SEC coming in. Are they going to drop the case, you think?
So, Charlie, as you know, I wrote a definitive law review article before that case was brought, arguing that XRP was not a security subject to the SEC. It turned out that the judge who ruled in that case sided with the view, half of it.
Right.
I would recommend that it's time for regulatory agencies to drop a lot of these cases where they've lost at the trial court.
So with January 20th, just around the corner, when Trump officially gets inaugurated into office, brings over all of his people. We know that Gary Gensler is out. He's waiting all the way till the 20th, of course. But these new people coming in, the new SEC, the new Treasury, the new IRS, will the SEC go ahead and drop all of these cases? Let's hope so, and let's move on, and let's really make this the next revolution of crypto in the United States. And continuing on with that Tornado Cash, let's talk about a little bit more detail on this here. Paul Grewal, Chief Legal Officer for Coinbase, also helping fight with this scenario because they also had a Wells notice sent to them, and they're fighting with the SEC as well. And he went on to say today on X as well, privacy wins. Today, the Fifth Circuit held the U.S. Treasury sanctions against Tornado Cash. Smart contracts are unlawful. This is a historic win for crypto and all who care about defending liberty. Coinbase is proud to have helped lead the important challenge. These smart contracts must now be removed from the sanctions list, and U.S. persons will once again be allowed to use the privacy-protecting protocol. Put another way, he says, the government's overreach will not stand. And he says, no one wants criminals to use crypto protocols, but blocking open source technology entirely because a small portion of users are bad actors is not what Congress authorized. These sanctions stretch Treasury's authority beyond recognition of the Fifth Circuit agreed. In particular, the court ruled that while Treasury has the power to take action against property, the open source immutable smart contracts at the core of Tornado Cash can't be owned by anyone and so are not property subject to sanctions. So that's huge news for the crypto world. And also in the crypto world, we got a bill to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve has been introduced to the Brazilian's Chamber of Deputies. As we know, the United States, they are also pushing for a treasury reserve where they hold 1 million Bitcoin. Now other countries are starting to get involved with this as well. And as we've been covering for the last couple of days during this pullback, people who are using leverage are getting absolutely wrecked. So just in $180 billion was wiped off the crypto market as Bitcoin slides down to $92,000. We will be checking on XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum prices here at the end, so stick to that. And who do you think the most people got wiped out? It was actually people at a loss. So he says here, James Van Straten led his hands, panic sold the most amount of Bitcoin ever yesterday in nominal terms to exchanges. Almost $4 billion people sold back to the exchanges. This leads to liquidation cascades and smart money picks up cheap coins. And as you can see here, these lines, this is the ultimate spike, the largest day ever. This is Bitcoin transfer volume from short-term holders to lost to exchanges. So a lot of these newbies that just got involved with Bitcoin were really excited because this run up is going to get to 100 grand, and then it didn't, and it started to fall, and they just panic sold as quickly as they could, even if it was at a loss. And replying to that X post, we had AC with a really great addition to that post. He said, let us hand sold here in the past. This was early 2024, and then they missed this pump right here. Now the ultimate let us hand selling has happened. Are we about to see the next push to the upside? And another interesting post here for XRP holders, cross-border payment is set to reach $30 trillion overnight. The XRPL, which has not gone active yet, but will be going live soon, will have massive liquidity rails in every financial jurisdiction. CBDCs will need to bridge with XRP.
Is doing. Coming to CBDCs, why I am saying it is very important, because there are several, there are now several new animals or birds, whatever you call them, they're floating around under various names. Somebody calls it stable coins, somebody calls it cryptocurrencies. Our point of view is that let us be very careful in interpreting and understanding what consequences they have. On stable coins, the basic fundamental question that arises is, as the fundamental question that begs an answer is whether governments and central banks are comfortable with private currency. Currency is a sovereign function, which the sovereign delegates to the central bank in countries like India. So therefore, are we comfortable with private currency? So therefore, these new technology products which are coming and styling themselves as great innovation, their financial consequences, their negative consequences for domestic financial stability, for global financial stability, for domestic monetary system, for the global monetary order, all that needs to be understood. And we have published, RBI, I have myself spoken about it. So I'm not going to list out what are the potential threats. They pose a threat, all kinds of threats, terror financing, money laundering, apart from currencies like emerging market currencies, which will sort of cause the central bank itself will lose control over the monetary system. There are lots of challenges, and this can become, these are highly risky. Now, we don't want that kind of a thing. In fact, on such matters, whether it is stablecoin or it is cryptocurrencies or whatever you call it, I think we need to fully understand what are the risks before sort of trying to legitimize them. We need to know before entering the water how many sharks are there inside the water. I think that is how I would put it in a very commonplace language and very bluntly. Now, so therefore CBDC is important. The world is moving towards technology, and CBDCs have a major role because CBDC can really facilitate.
And this did get mixed reviews down in the comment section here. No, CBDCs. Leave the central banks out of the new financial system. Trump already said no CBDCs. Now, here's what's interesting, too, in my personal opinion. This is the dilemma, right? We are fans of XRP, and we just saw the video where they're already working with 40 or 50 central banks. So, cryptocurrency initially started by the crypto punks. They were going to be their own financial system. But now we're starting to realize that may not be a real thing anymore because of institutional adoption, because of World Bank adoption, because of central bank adoption. But the good news is we front run that, right? We're in it early. We're in it before them. They are adopting the technology that we are very excited about. And also, this is a great post from Ash Crypto. The Bitcoin dominance 4-month uptrend has broken. Prepare for an epic altcoin rally. And this is what we have been waiting for. We want to see continued rise in Bitcoin because it is the financial leader when it comes to cryptos. But we want to see the altcoins rising along with it. And as we take a look here at the market cap dominance over on TradingView, we can see that it did get to our very important key area level of interest. This is where Bitcoin's dominance was way up here back in 2021, started to drop off. And then we had the extreme drop that wasn't necessarily a drop in Bitcoin price, but more the dominance of Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin's dominance is still rising. It has run into the key area and it's rejecting off that. But as we can see, we got the green trend to the upside, still positive. Once this starts to break down below this area, altcoin season is right around the corner. And as we're tracking XRP here on the weekly charts, XRP also had an area of interest, and the same scenario happened here, basically at the same exact time when Bitcoin got to that dominance level and rejected. XRP rising up to this key level and tapping it literally exactly and having a sell-off. We are still in very bullish posture for XRP, which is fantastic. We're at 4 days and 22 hours left in this current weekly candle. It is red for now. As we take a look at a smaller time frame here on the daily charts, we can see there's an area of interest down here that could potentially have a drawback to that $13, $14 area before moving to the upside. But also, in a really positive note, we are currently creating a bull flag. And if we take our bottom of the bull flag, the flagpole up to the top where it hit, and then we draw our trend line here of where the breakout would need to happen, we can move our flagpole where the breakout would happen and see where our next level of the move would be back into. And that's our second key level of interest up here at the $2.50 level. And that one comes back from our all-time high key level, which was all the way back in January of 2018. So we'll continue to track and monitor the XRP price as it rises as well. When we take a look here at Bitcoin, Bitcoin obviously getting up to its level of 99,588, according to Binance, as its new all-time high, having that pullback into a 12-hour key level of interest. And we get that from taking the Heikin-Ashi candles here. When you get these interference candles on all green to the upside, but little red bars in there, those become key levels of interest. And that is exactly where price got back to and is now moving to the upside. So let's take a look at where Bitcoin's bull flag would get us from down here when it started its leg to the upside to the top. We have this current potential bull flag forming on Bitcoin as well. Taking this, moving it to where the breakout would be, which would be right about here. And that extension gets us up to 127,542. Looking at Ethereum, Ethereum's currently trading at 33.64. It is also in bullish posture on the daily. Ethereum also had its own bull flag that was created down here. So if we go from the bottom of this area up and then transfer that to where the breakout was, breakout happened here. It is on its way up. It does have a slight pullback, obviously, like everything else in the market, but this gets an extension of 4,059. And when we take a look at the chart for Ethereum on the key levels of interest, you can see how important they have been. 4,059 also gets us right back into another key level of interest, which is the Ethereum's all-time high key level from March of 2024. So we'll continue to track Ethereum for you as well. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we do have a special bonus for you, so take a listen to this.
Hey, Bullrunners, check this out. If you want to learn how to find the next 10x, 50x, or even 100x altcoin in this video, listen to this. Our research team posted GOAT on the 13th of October of 2024 when it was right at a penny, and since then it rallied to over $1 and is currently still up over 5,000%. That's like turning $1,000 into over $50,000. Our team called Pendle at only a $16 million market cap, or 16 cents, back on February 18th of 2023, all the way back here, and since then it's rallied up over 4,000%. That's a 40x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $40,000. Our team also called BitTensor Tau September 15th, 2022, before the token was ever even launched. And since then, Tau has rallied over 2,000%. That's a 20x. Our team even said Solana is most likely to be one of the easiest trades next year, and this was posted December 29th, 2022, on the day that Solana bottomed out at around $8. And since then, Solana looks like it's up over 2,500%. That's a 25x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $25,000. And the bull run is just getting started. The list goes on and on and on. Our team called Sui, Ondo, and even some of the biggest cult-based meme coins like MOG back in July 20th of 2023, the day that MOG launched. So if you want to learn how our team is finding these altcoins before they explode, we just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University through the link below. And although we make no guarantees because crypto is definitely risky, guys, this is only $97 a month or $970 a year. If you want to save $194, getting 2 months for free and unlock some exclusive bonuses through the link below. But I'm not going to talk all about that in this video because we have a lot to cover. Just go through the link in the description below, get in right now, watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers, because we have a lot to cover with you over the next few minutes in this video to help you become the first millionaire in your family tree. If that's a goal of yours, our goal is to help 1,000 members set their portfolio up for life this month. And you can get started through the link in the description below right now, or you can go to bullrunners.com to take advantage of the bonuses we're giving you before they expire. We have about 200 members right now, and we literally just launched like less than 5 days ago at the time of making this video. Everyone is loving the community. They're loving the education. They're getting access to real-time altcoin picks first before we ever make videos about them. So click the link in the description below, watch the video, and I'll see you on the inside.